We are here at Scorpion Bay Marina with Chris McSparron, and he has an amazing story to tell us about what happened here.
Of survival.
What happened here at Lake Pleasant near our marina.
Well, last Thursday night, one of our customers was flying his airplane on Lake Pleasant, and he was flying back in the Agua Fria river arm here at Lake Pleasant, and his engine gave out on him. And the only place he could find to crash land really was in the lake. And so he tried to do a scully landing into the river, which he did pretty well. He came down into the water, and his landing gear caught, and he went nose into the lake. And as you can imagine, he was pretty dazed by the whole thing, and the water's flowing up inside the cabin, and he had a hard time getting his harness off. But he finally managed to get it off, and then he had a hard time getting the door open to get out of the aircraft as it was filling with water. But he finally did manage to get out of the airplane, and as it was sinking, and it was about 70 foot of water, we think, about where it went down, and he had to swim to shore. And as you can imagine, very cold water. I think it's in the 50s right now. The sun had really just gone down, and he was able to pull himself up on the shore. He said he did not believe how much a body could shake from being so cold. He kind of saw like a little half cave, if you will, that he kind of crawled up into out of the water. Now, as you imagine, nobody knows that he's crash landed. Nobody really knows where where his flight plan was, except maybe his wife. And so he got up into kind of a semi-shelter and started feeling in his pocket. And he said at the same time he was shaking so hard it was just unbelievable. He was so cold. And he happened to find a very small Bic lighter in his pocket. And so he was able to gather up some wood, and with his Bic lighter he was able to start a small fire. He said that unbelievable, the warmth of the small fire, that really saved his life. Having that Bic lighter, what was the chances of having that in his pocket and have it work? 4 hours had gone by since he had landed in the water, and it was up that he did hear a helicopter coming down the canyon, and it ended up being the sheriff's department. And they flew over the first time, and he really couldn't get a signal out to him because he was kind of back in this little half cave. He had a small fire going, and he said he could hear the helicopter turn around and starting to come back to the canyon. So he tried to push the fire out of the cave a little bit, and ended up being that they were using infrared, and so they ended up seeing him, thankfully. And they landed and picked him up and gave him a helicopter ride to the fire department, where he was then transported to the hospital. But lucky guy, back and alive to tell the story. So
Fantastic. So the moral of the story is there's always exciting things that happen here.
Even on Thursday evenings.
Even on Thursday evenings in the winter at Scorpion Bay Marina.
That's correct.
Thank you very much, Chris.
Thank you.